Right guys, we're back, new day, new episode. We've come to a bit of a standstill on the Type R, so we're going to get ourselves back onto the Celica now, because we've got to give it the final push, and then she's then can go off the body and stuff, and then that's a project
that's
done.
That's all if this engine runs, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had a little shuffle about, we've had a tidy up.
Yeah, we've gained Corsas.
Gained a few, we're basically Corsa breakers. car cartel Corsa breakers. But yeah, we're going to get onto this. I'm going to let Richard explain of what we're kind of going to tackle, because he loves to waffle.
On this episode, there's a few more bits need just bolting back on to get this up and running and rolling. Prop shaft needs a bit of a spruce, exhaust, and these lovely non-headache fuel lines. And then it's just fluids, you know, diff, brake and all that. Wheels on, drive it out, give it a wash, do a donut. Is that what we're doing?
All done. Then we can sell it, spend all the money on that.
Let's get started, Dave, and let's get this thing up and running. And we're going to have to message Clive then, so he can hopefully get a little drive of it.
We did promise him, didn't he? And he has hooked us up.
He has.
A little bit.
Right, let's get started, Dave. So next step we've got to do is try and get this exhaust cleaned up. So there's a few little tricks what we're going to try, and if it works, it works. What we're going to do, I think it's like a stainless centre box, and I mean it's lasted till now, it's genuine Toyota, so it must be stainless or half decent metal. So what we're going to do, try and wheel it, probably with a bit of WD-40 to clean it off, and then I've got this auto sole paste and a stiff pad on that, and try and give it a bit of a polish, clean it off, and then just, I don't know, seal it or something with like a clear lacquer. Just see what let's see what it does. But as you can see, it needs a good clean. So as we've just gone over a quick wire wheel over, I think the back box is like aluminium. Like that outer case, it seems like aluminium. Anyway, that seems to have cleaned up alright. I've just done a quick go, I'm just doing some test areas on the top, because if it looks crap, I won't do it and I'll clean it some other way. Then cleaned it off a bit there, and obviously clean the top of that box off. So what I'm going to do is get, like I say, this auto sole on that and give it a bit of a polish and see what happens. Quick going over with that auto sole, and look at that, loads better, isn't it? Same there. So I think we're all good to go, and same with the back box, looks good. So I think what we're going to do, we need to split this exhaust anyway, so we'll get this split, get this all cleaned off like how we've just been doing. It's going to take a little bit of time, but hopefully we'll get the boxes like that, the pipe like that, and the back box like that, and then get the back tips all polished up. And it should look like a brand new factory exhaust. Like they say, you can't polish a turd, but cover it in glitter. So, after many hours with the grinder and nearly taking my leg off with it.
I'd say it was only an hour.
You reckon? Many of hours. We have got them all wire wheeled up, so as you can see, which you know what, nice Toyota, so it's the original. That's how you know how good this car is.
Oh, it's upside down, so.
This is how you know how good this car is. It's got the original exhaust system.
Yeah, we'll go in.
Go in on it. Nice. So what I'm going to do now is get this auto bright, give it a good polish, and then we can get it on, can't we, Dave? Get this prop shaft on, get cracking. treat. Oh. Yeah, don't go up that.
It's for the prop, mate. Get out of the way, you fuel lines.
So, props in, exhaust is on. Beautiful. So, next task is these dreaded fuel lines, what doing everything. So, let's get them sorted, Dave, and we can start it up then, can't we? That's if she runs after we've messed with it. So it's the time to get this engine started. So first things first, we've got to get some oil in it, coolant, we've got to get the brake fluid all in it, bleed the brakes, power steering, gearbox, diff. So every sort of liquid going, we need to get back in this car to then see if it turns the key and she starts purring again, Jack, do you know what I mean?
And then the all-important liquid.
Well, it is, it's going to purr again, isn't it?
It will.
Fuel. Yeah,
fuel. And we've figured out how we're going to get that done, haven't we?
Yes. So let's get cracking. I've got the box of bits. Get it filled up. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no leaks.
Problem number one.
Leaky
hose.
Leaky water pipes.
We don't know if it's the hose or if it's something else, but
yeah, I don't know if it was on this aluminium pipe which was quite pitted, and I don't know because it's pitted, it's kind of just letting a bit of water by. I'm just checking the hose now for any splits, and that seems okay. But yeah, we'll give it a go again, eh? Just getting a little weep, but if we're getting a weep now, imagine it when it's under pressure. Quite baggy when it goes on, do you know what I mean?
is this some sort of moment of truth thing?
Well,
we're not fully starting it, are we?
We've got to get the oil round, so I'm going to just disconnect the coil cable, and then we can turn the engine over, get the oil round, check the oil. Hopefully the fuel pump's up. Are you going to do that, Dave? You've got that little nap.
Nope.
So,
and you think this is down to an earth?
It could be.
Could be, yeah.
Could be like numerous. It could be. Remember the start was playing up with it first. Was it? What was it doing? It don't even click though, does it?
You had a hard weekend, you mate, and it's starting to show now, isn't it? You've been ill. Your missus has been on your back. You know,
Dave's on my back.
No, I'm trying to release you. I've lent on a wing him off a fleece and I got told off, and you're a bit snappy, aren't you, mate? Yeah. And now obviously the car, and obviously because my engine
Fuel
runs,
lines.
you'd never ever touch that engine again. And because this start motor was broke, we shouldn't have fixed it after we got it to work, because it'd never break again, would it?
It's just obviously, yeah, it doesn't like sitting for. Well, if that is that, there's 12 volts there. There's 12 volts to the.
So I tell you what we'll do. We'll get it off. We'll get it released. Put it back on. If that's the problem, I'll take it and get reconditioned. It's 60 quid.
Let's see if we can get it to.
No. That's what I mean, because if it does it again, mate, it's gonna break again, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
With a bit of use, it might not break, but you never know, do you?
Well, it was once we freed it from when, the previous time.
You do that. And you drop that bolt on it.
There's a mark there, was on.
I don't think you need it.
That's fucking need it with me metal shins. I did the mark around there as well with my shins. I did the dink on the door with me thumb.
You fucked this car up, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Sorry lads. It's not worth anything now.
Especially if it don't start.
point putting that back in for it to happen again?
Dave's going to save.
So I'm going to save the day again. I'm going to go and get this reconditioned like I did say to do before. But he said, no, it'll be all right. We got it working.
Jack, does he say these things in his mind?
He thinks them.
He thinks these things. Or he says them after to make himself look really good? Yes. See you, Dave. So whilst Dave's off on his little jolly, getting the starter sorted, me and Jack are going to get these brakes all bled up now. So we've filled all the reservoirs up so it needs all bleeding through. Got this little brake bleed kit. Hopefully going to make life easier. So we're going to give it a whirl. As soon as we get this bled up, the wheels can go on, can't they?
Yep. Might need some new tyres at some point, but...
Well, Dave's ordered them apparently.
Oh, okay. So hopefully they'll be sorted soon.
Get that on there. Apparently then you open this up, like that, press that.
Oh God, where are we leaking from? Onto the car. Check your connections, kids.
That's it. You're always going to get little... When you do stuff like this, I know we keep going, oh, you do get lots of leaks and you mess with everything, can you, at the end of the day?
Try again.
So everything's going to leak because we mess with it.
Because we built it.
Yeah, it's getting a bit of a pedal here now.
Sorry I ain't got my horse.
Comes bearing gifts.
My sheet of shining armour. You know, saving the day again.
Do they call you Sir David Dixon?
They do, mate, they do. So yeah,
You got
he said
the old one
it
back.
was nailed. No, this is the old one. That they've rebuilt that.
Yeah. They'll just do all the internals, don't they?
Yeah, but
obviously
listen,
the
I'll
casing-
tell you now. He says to me, it was nailed.
Basically, we didn't need to rebuild this Celica. This would have sorted the clutch,
Yes, basically.
brake lines, overheating issues. If we just had this done at the
Yeah, that's what he said. And he did tell me to give him a little shout out. Rotating Electrics Limited, starter motors and alternators, Unit 11, IMAX Business Park, Flaxley Road, Stetford, Birmingham.
start. How much?
65 quid.
I bet that if you can get hold of one, you're going to be paying over £100, aren't you? Easy.
Yeah. And mate, I'll tell you what, they're bang on. He's a lovely bloke. I've been using him for years. I think I took the Cozzies. Did I take the Cozzy one there and that?
But the other thing is, this
Look,
is the
it puts all
original-
the new sticker on and
this is
look, warranty label.
Yeah.
So if anything's up with this, if this stops working within the next 6 months, you can take it back.
Like I say, this ain't a copied unit.
No,
It's a
this
Toyota unit that had new internals.
Yeah,
so
they've just
it's not as if
returned
it's a copy, is it? Good stuff.
Does that mean we can start it in the house?
I think so,
Do
yeah.
the brakes in a minute, Dave. Because I knew you'd come in with this. I didn't, but now I do. Oh, we're driving this out, aren't we? Right, get down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Dave's into his Jap stuff now, isn't he? Up. Down.
Is it a DC5 Integra?
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting, Dave?
So, I'm back hands on because
Been hands off for a while, haven't you?
sick to death of hearing what Stoke was just chatting arse about.
You'll plonk this back in.
I am,
I'm
yeah.
going to get it going. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, basically, save the day again.
See.
Come on, Booster boy.
Get in there.
What do you mean? You've got to change, haven't
You're
you?
already a bit of a nightmare as it is. You ain't gonna like proper change, are you? When you've had your little bit. Because if you are, mate, I'll just call it a day now.
Yeah, let's call it a day, fuck it.
Like, do you know what I mean? Or what I'll do is I'll just take the units on and I'll just make life wicked. You got the keys for me, lad?
Thoughts? Gonna start?
I don't know. Your boots, is that where you dry your pants on?
Got no air. So we've got turning over. It's not going to start because there's no coil.
Sorry, Dave.
It's a good place.
So I apologise because the start motor.
Sorry, Dave. You were right when you told me that we should get the start motor rebuilt.
I was right. Dave was right.
No, I was right. Sorry, Dave.
And we've got to apologise to Dave because he's got something fixed.
Again. Months and months of it sitting
keep spinning it over, then get some more round.
Months and months of it sitting here. We could have had that done.
Why didn't you get the auto?
Matt Armstrong is just surrounded by a team.
Yeah.
I'm just surrounded by
went in it.
individuals.
You're surrounded by yourself.
I'm surrounded by individuals, not a team.
Burning the new start motor out.
Is this the moment of truth? The real moment of truth? I'm scared.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Please don't blow up.
Yeah, I won't worry about blowing up. It's just not running this.
I'm worried about it both.
Well, this is enough fuel in it. Got no brakes, really.
At least one thing works.
Oh, Strong's got a team. Why did you fill it right up by the ton?
Because you said we needed sufficient amount of fuel.
So a little update. Obviously we're having a problem with we're not getting a spark, are we? So this has been troubling us for quite a while now, which isn't hard. But you got to remember, you always think back to what you've done, but we've done everything on this engine. So yeah, I quickly just nipped off the dizzy cap, and then obviously you've got your rotor arm, and I thought I'd just check, because obviously we've had that completely out. I was thinking, have I put this back on but 150 degrees out, because it's got a keyway into the cam. So yeah, cylinder 1 is at top dead centre, and on the timing marks, which are down on that down there. So what I've just checked, where that rotor arm is pointing is actually pointing to cylinder 4 spark plug. So the opposite way round to that is cylinder 1. So I'm thinking I may have, when I put this back on, I've put this on 150 degrees out. Is that right? Yeah. So I'm going to take that off and spin it round, then click it back in, so cylinder 1 then will be on the firing. The only thing I can think, because obviously the other thing is with this engine, you have on this circuit the ignition, you got the coil, you got the igniter, and then the igniter is fired via the ECU, which the ECU reads a cam sensor, and the cam sensor is behind here on this little gear. So the cam sensor is going to be out. If that's out by 150 degrees, not only is the spark firing sequence is out, the cam sensor's out. So that could be giving a false reading to the ECU and making it not fire. Anyway, we'll give it a go. So go back onto the theory of this being 150 degrees out. I don't think you can get it 150 degrees out, because I've took a little video that's inside the cam, that's the camshaft inside the cylinder head there, where that keyway goes in, but as you can see it's slightly off to one side, so you can only get that to slot in one way. So, and obviously the bit where I said, oh, it was pointing at cylinder 4, yeah, because it was probably firing on cylinder 4, because obviously when you turn the crankshaft round, put it to a notch, it's either at top dead centre to fire on cylinder 1 or 4, and then if you turn it round again, it will go back round then to 1, which I did check just after I spoke on the camera. Jack's here. So now Jack's here, hopefully we solve this mystery. Hey? No, mate. No.
Worse than we ever was.
Yeah. Before we get off the engine for 2 seconds and get on to the fuel lines. So we've got all the fuel lines, remember they're all dangling down on the floor, so we've got it all tidied up now, and all the original plastic guards all back on trim. And to be fair, consider like use the original feed and the 2 returns and the evap or whatever it is indifferent, it goes in okay-ish, doesn't it, pretty well. If we were doing it again though, I think we'd do it in metal lines, wouldn't we, again?
Yeah, just getting bent by a professional.
Yeah, not in this, like it's too big to go in. Anyway, so on the engine, we're not getting a spark. We think it could be the coil. We've like done some, what was it, ohm testing?
Yeah, with resistance testing, voltage testing, it all is fine, but there's no spark,
everything's fine on the dizzy side, I think. That's all kind of working. The injectors are firing because we're getting fuel. So we think it could be a coil issue. So we're going to try and order a new coil, but it worked fine before.
Yeah, if any of you Celica people are out there, what could it be? There's no spark basically.
And there's no spark from the coil, so that isn't.
But there's voltage to the coil.
The voltage to the coil, 12 volts. Then the igniter then earths the coil apparently. We think it may be doing that, so it could be.
It seems to be sending the voltage out, doesn't it? So, and then there's just nothing coming from the coil to the plugs, is there?
No.
To the
ECU's all plugged in. Everything's plugged in on that. We're getting the rev counter. When we're turning it over, is moving very slightly, so apparently that means your igniter is working. So get in the comments, help us out. We've got a lovely ornament at the minute.
Yeah.
So we're going to whack the wheels on. Still need tyres, but hopefully we're going to get like it up and running and then get the tyres fitted, won't we, Jack? So
yeah, but
we're stuck.
Yeah.
This is why, honestly, 2 weeks we've been scratching our heads with this.
We've also had a few leaks, haven't we? This is the problem.
Basically, any liquid, what was in this vehicle, has leaked out of it. So we had a bit of a weep on the brakes, bits here and there. You're gonna, because you're messing with all of it, but we seem to have got that under control now, I think.
There's a little leak on the gearbox.
Little leak on the gearbox. I've nipped that up, so that's
2 leaks on the coolant.
2 leaks on the coolant, yes, Jack.
And there might be 1 leak on the fuel line as well.
Yeah, don't talk to us about that, because that's the old fuel line as well.
It looked okay, but maybe it wasn't.
And filler neck.
The filler neck as well.
Yeah, we've got literally a pinhole down here on the filler neck, so we've got to strip all this back out. And if you've got any ideas how to fix that, because it's a pinhole. It's like, do we weld it up? Do we get it brazed up? Is there something we can put on it to stick it up or whatever?
Yeah. More fun, eh?
Yeah, more fun. I mean, a plastic cover does go on here and covers that all up. So if we had to do a repair on it, you wouldn't see it.
We just want to do the best job that's not an absolute nightmare. Or if we could get a brand new filler.
Yeah, if we get a brand new filler neck, we'd do that. But I don't think we can.
So we'll get the wheels on.
So what we've done, we've caused more problems.
Yeah, it's worse now than it was when we bought it.
Yeah, it doesn't run.
But if you get the wheels on and close the bonnet, it'll look fine.
Oh, it'll look great.
Yeah.
Come on then, let's get the wheels on.
Something's just blown Little Richard's mind, hasn't it?
These tyre boys, man, they're back again. Right. So, we've always said, I had it on my Fiat Punto as well. One side, like, you know, you have a good side and a bad side. I've just got all bad sides. But you have the same on a car, so the wheels, like when you have like a rotation on the alloy, you always, on one side the rotation goes the right way, what looks better than the other side goes the wrong way. But you know what they've gone and done, Toyota? You've got handed alloys. So obviously rotational alloy wheels. So this is obviously for the other side, and you put this on this, it spins the wrong way because the actual face of the alloy is different. So
there's opposite
way. So whatever side you look at on this, your alloys will look the same.
Right, yeah.
Where, do you understand what I'm trying to get
I know
at?
what you're trying to say, yeah.
Like on the Sierra,
the opposite way round on the other side, aren't they?
yeah. So on this side, they go the opposite, and you go, oh yeah, it's alright. So the better side would be the right side, do you think? Or would it be this
I
side?
think because the wheel spins that way.
That's the way this...
I think so. But the other side, it's not right. It's
It spins the wrong way too.
yeah.
Do you know, does
essentially.
everyone know what we're going on about? And that is just blowing my mind. Like obviously, you've got tyres that have to spin the correct rotation, but not alloys.
Is this because, like, on this Corsa here, they're all the same, aren't they? They're symmetrical, the alloys.
Yeah, the alloys are symmetrical, so it wouldn't matter
Yeah,
which
it's
one.
the same on the Peugeot as well, they're symmetrical, obviously.
Yeah, then on the Lotus Toyota, you've got them where they flake off that way. Yeah.
Are they directional? They're going the wrong way?
They're going the wrong way.
Thought about everything, didn't
Thought
they?
about everything. So imagine if you ever go and buy a standard set of Celica GT4 wheels, make sure you've got 2 right hands and 2 left hands,
Yeah.
and not.
Otherwise you'll be going backwards.
Yeah, you'll be going around
Going
in
in circles.
circles.
This can't be the only car, though.
I've not. I've never. All the cars I've messed about
You
with.
ever owned another Toyota?
I think I've ever owned a Toyota.
Well, there you go then. Maybe it's just Toyotas.
I think this is the first Toyota I've ever owned.
And the last.
Looks good.
We could just park this in a museum, couldn't we?
It could be. You have to push it in there.
It's been one of them weeks, hasn't it, Stokes?
Couple of weeks.
Yeah. We got all excited, thought we could get it all started, but
Yeah, we kind of wanted to show you in this episode this car up and running, and then it's going to paint,
yeah,
but
that would be the nice thing.
it
But,
hasn't happened.
you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, is that what we're going to say? All the oils and liquids and fluids and all that are all in it. The wheels are back on it. It looks like a complete car, so that's half the battle. But as you've seen, you can't actually
Basically-
get it started. The good thing is a coil is actually quite cheap for it. The bad news is we've got to order it, so we can't get it.
That's if it is the coil.
Yeah, but we do need your help. If you do have any ideas or you've had a similar problem, let us know. It's all pointing to the coil, I think, at the minute, so.
But then the
try
coil
that.
then is controlled by other things, and that won't fire. Yeah,
We're going to try that first. I've got to point out, we've already mentioned this, the wheels and the arch and everything on this car might be the worst on any car I've ever seen.
Like out of proportion.
Yeah.
They're just lost in there, aren't
You
they?
can fit your whole fist in there.
We-
They don't fill the arches, they don't. Oh.
What should we do? I said to Dave, can we buy some aftermarket OE rally style look
Yeah.
wheels to fill the arches out? And he was like, no, it's gotta be.
I feel like this car desperately needs
I think-
that little touch, doesn't it?
If it had some like nice OZ wheels or something like that, like period correct rally wheels, it would
quite
look,
nice, wouldn't it?
yeah.
But they are dreadful. They are actually.
Even though they're rotational.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't make up for it, does it?
Yeah.
We need some new tyres anyway, so we might as well get some better alloys and some new tyres for them.
Yeah, don't even talk about these tyres.
But unfortunately, we can't get it started this week. So
Hopefully with your help next week.
yeah, we will get it started. I think that's going to be the start of our problems, not the end of them.
No, we'll get it
Because
sorted.
you rebuilt it, so
Oh, here we go. You again.
it's
You.
upside down. Join us next week. See how we get on. Give us some advice. Suggest some alloys.
That's
for
if
us.
we're not hanging ourselves from that lovely light up there.
No, we won't be.
No.
Anyway, like and subscribe, follow, do everything you need to do.
Yeah. And get in the comments, man, if you know what this is.
And suggest some good alloys for us. And send them to Dave on his Instagram, David_J_Dixon.
Alright, see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.